You got knocked the fuck out.
Okay, so Canelo Alvarez signs a 10-fight deal worth $365 million with Dazn, with the Dazn app. A lot of people thought it was Eddie Hearn that he signed with, but Eddie Hearn and Matchroom is under Dazn. So Canelo did not sign with Eddie Hearn. He's still with Golden Boy. This is a huge deal. I don't think he could have found this deal anywhere else other than Dazn. So to Canelo's credit, he took it. $365 million worth 10 fights. I don't think no other network would have signed him to that long of a deal with that much amount of money. What this does is it brings life back into Golden Boy, and it brings life back into Canelo's career after HBO left the boxing business. My only thing here is I know DAZN is trying to get in the boxing business, and they're trying to corner the market in boxing, and I guess this was their first step. PBC has signed a deal with Fox, but PBC hasn't announced any fight dates as of yet. So a lot of their fighters have been on the shelf. ESPN and the ESPN app, they got Terrence Crawford. They just had a great showcase with Crawford versus Benavidez. That was a good fight. So I don't really know what to think, because with so many networks, I feel it separates boxing. With so many fighters on different networks and different outlets to watch it, it kind of separates the sport a little bit. And it adds to the best not fighting the best. You know, Terrence Crawford, he hasn't fought a PBC fighter in a while. And it just kind of separates. The fans continue to support boxing. I'm kind of sick of boxing in a sense that we're not seeing the best fight the best. So I'm kind of sick of the sport right now, because there's fights that should be happening that's not happening. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., you know, Gervonta Davis against Tevin Farmer, Keith Thurman. I used to like Keith Thurman. This guy hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's cocky. He comes to these events and he tells the fans, "Once I get back, you'll be back on my bandwagon." Like, these guys are cocky, man. Keith Thurman should be fighting Sean Porter. Sean Porter said after Errol Spence climbed into the ring and challenged him that would be the easiest fight to make. Next thing I know, he's about to sign a deal to fight Andre Berto. Boxing is sickening, man. Jamal Charlo, he's been the mandatory 160-pound challenger for the champion for the past 2 years. Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, ducked him. They made excuses. Oh, well, who's Charlo? He doesn't have an audience. And then his Triple G's trainer said that black fighters, they're not entertaining enough. Basically ducking Jamal Charlo. Canelo Alvarez, who's now the 160-pound champ, instead of fighting his mandatory, Jamal Charlo, he's moving up to 168 pounds. He's moving up in weight to fight an unknown fighter, an unknown champion who has a belt, in Rocky Fielding. I don't even know who Rocky Fielding is. No disrespect. Who is that guy? But anyway, Canelo's fighting him next month. So, I don't know, man. The state of boxing is crazy. I know boxing has always had politics, but the best used to fight the best. Now they're not fighting each other, and it seems like the fans are okay with that. I'm not okay with it. This one guy was like, "Yo, but Trev, what am I supposed to do, man? Well, we don't have any power or no say in it." Yes, you do. Don't watch it. Don't pay for that pay-per-view. If the fighter you like is not fighting the guy you want to see him fight, don't support it. It's that simple. It's that simple. And that's why I fuck with the UFC, man. In the UFC, the best fights the best. The fans get what they want, you know? In boxing, it takes almost 2 years to build a fight, and maybe another 2 if you get to see the fight. By then, the fighters are out their prime, and you're like, damn, what was that about? It's just, I don't know, it's a lot of politics, man. But a lot of people thought Eddie Hearn signed Canelo. That's not the case. Eddie Hearn is with Matchroom, and they have a deal under the Dazn app. Dazn is trying to get into boxing and corner the market. And I don't know, this is competition for Matchroom. Golden Boy is, they made a chess move here. So we'll have to wait and see how that manifests. But I guess the first fight off the Dazn app with Canelo in it will be the Rocky Fielding fight in December. Yeah, it's that simple, man. The fans, a lot of the fans, they protect Anthony Joshua, saying that Wilder's not worthy. But Wilder's a champion. What do you mean he's not worthy? Once you become champion, you have to defend that belt. I don't care who you are. Gervonta Davis said in front of Tevin Farmer, when you get a strap, come holler at me. Farmer ran down on him and said, yo, I got a strap now, what's up? And all I heard was crickets, so I don't know, man. All I know is the best is not fighting the best. This kind of puts PBC on notice, this deal with Dazn, because the PBC fighters, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, you're gonna see a lot of those guys start to distance themselves from the PBC and Al Heyman, because a lot of those guys are not getting fights. They're not fighting. So, you know, I know PBC signed that deal with Fox. We'll have to see how that goes, but I'm really like, you know, I'm fed up with boxing, man. You know, a lot of these guys, they're ducking Charlo. You know, if it walks like a duck, flaps like a duck, and quacks, guess what? It's a duck. Triple G's ducking Charlo, and Canelo's ducking Charlo. And then people were saying, well, Canelo just fought Triple G, give him a pass. No. Once you're a champion, you have to defend that belt and that title. Boxing is getting too political where the best are not even fighting each other. No one's fighting each other. I understand with management, they got to protect their investment, but at some point, the best have to fight the best to see who's going to be the best or who's going to be the guy in the division, or even give the fighters who are hungry that chance to unify the division. But I don't know, I'm just kind of fed up with boxing. That's why I fucks with the UFC. It is what it is. Yeah, you know, Crawford should be fighting Spence. Joshua should be fighting Wilder. Farmer should be fighting Tank Davis. And the list goes on and on. Thurman should be fighting Porter. It's just sickening, man. And a lot of these fans, if they knew better, they do better. You know, we could force these fighters' hands. If you don't support the fighter, guess what? You're going to affect their bottom line. It is what it is. But I don't know. But I give kudos to Canelo. I congratulate anybody who gets their bag. He has a 10-fight deal, $365 million with Dazn. And this brings back life into Golden Boy. I don't know how much Oscar is going to get from this deal, but he's back in business after HBO folded and left the boxing business. So it is what it is. We just got to wait and see, man. But I'm not going to spend too much time with this. I'm kind of like in a negative space when I think about boxing, because boxing, all through the years, the best fought the best eventually. Yeah, they would take time to build up the fight, but the best eventually fought the best. And right now, I'm not seeing no path to us getting any of those fights. I don't see in the near future us getting Crawford versus Spence. I don't see us in the near future getting Wilder versus Joshua. I don't see us in the near future getting Farmer against Davis. It's sickening, man. But it is what it is. I'm Trev Monroe. This is Play to Win Boxing. As usual, hit the like button. Subscribe. I need more subscribers. Get my subscribers up. Hit like, subscribe, comment, good, bad, or hateful, whatever it is. Comment, and I'll holler back. Peace, man.